Hey, welcome to another slow MTG. Today I'm going to open one of these two, Wilds of Eldraine evens. I'll open this, odds, I'll open that. Let's go. Odds, I'll open the pre-release kit. Okay, let's start with this and we'll get to this in a moment. So pre-release is on this weekend at your LGS. Support them, play Wilds of Eldraine, and you might get some fun little goodies. What came this weekend? There are some Magic 30th anniversary promos that most of the stores are giving out. And if you join, you might get one of them. Sorry, this is taking a while because I'm trying to find. I should have prepped this. I got this random one. There were three that were given out this weekend. Harvester of Souls, Goblin Rebel Master, Hornet's Nest, and I think there was Colonial Hydra as well, which was a little bit rarer. And all the LGSs should give them out. If they're selling them, boo, make sure they get distributed as promos. And as you know, they're releasing one card for every year of Magic, and this one is from 2012, Harvester of Souls. Okay, I'm going to get into pre-release kit as usual. Similar format to the last couple of pre-releases in one of these paper boxes. It's a square. Good people of Edgewall, come step with my beat. So there's a bit of a piper theme, and you will see tons of rats, and you got some punch out tokens, lots of +1/+1 things going on in the set, and usual pre-release kit. Let's open it. So you've got the spin down. I don't know how many colors there are, but this one is Eldraine. You can see it's got a little storybook sort of tales. Picking off where the Eldraine storyline left off. I'm not super familiar with the lore, but I just know there was Rowan, and now there's a battle between the Will and Rowan. We'll see what happens then. This is cute. It's got here's how you build a pre-release deck, and you've got a couple of different roles, because one of the things in this set, as you will see later, is enchantments that create roles that attach to the character. There's young hero, sorcerer, royal, wicked, monster, and cursed. So these have different abilities, which I'll come to in a moment. There's a deck divider. There usually is a pre-release card for 6 promo codes to get 6 packs of Magic Online Arena, but in Singapore, Tencent apparently have the rights, and they haven't really worked it out with Wizards, so we don't, anyone in Asia doesn't really get the pre-release promo codes, so I can't share them with you. Anyway, let's see the first pre-release. As you can tell, Restless Spire is one of the manlands, and you've got an adventure card. As you can see here, this manland cycle, it's another set of 4. You've got a pre-release promo. This is the Is It Land, really nice art by Sergey something. Come at ETB's tapped. It taps for blue and red, and you can pay blue and red until end of turn. It becomes a 2/1 blue red and white, blue and red elemental creature with, as long as your turn, this creature's first strike still land whenever it attacks scry 1. Not a bad one. And then you've got, I think, a couple of tokens. I'll open that in a second. And of course, to build your pre-release pool, you've got 6 draft booster packs. These are made in the US, so they're a little bit different from the ones made in Japan. Even down to the quality of the printing. I think I've been through that in numerous times in my previous videos, so I shan't go through that again. Anyway, as you can see, these draft packs are pretty standard. You've got your commons at the front. Yep, I'll just go through them quickly. I won't read too much into them. Gingerbrute has a reprint. We're back to Eldraine, so a lot of fairy tales, some of the signposts of this deck, artifacts, and then you've got these adventure cards. If you remember, they are really powerful. I love them because they're sort of 2 cards in one. They're slightly weaker, but you know, to be able to play 2 things gives you more card density and options in your deck when you build. So in this case, it's Rat Catcher Trainee. I mentioned there were lots of rats, so you'll see some more red cards. You can cast it as an instant where for 2 and red, and you create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature can't block. Then this goes into exile. It goes into an adventure. And at any time you can cast it for, not any time, during the correct phase, you can cast it for the creature. In this case, it's a 1 in red for a 2/1 Rat Catcher. As long as it's your turn, Rat Catcher Trainee is first strike. Pretty good curve out, 2 mana, 2/1 with a secondary ability. Okay, and then you've got the commons, and then you've got the uncommons here. Boundary Lands Ranger, I won't go through in too much detail. We've got Tottentown's Swarm Piper. This is kind of cool. Art by, I think, Matt Stewart. It's a legendary human warlock bard. Look at that. They're struggling. The font's really small. Anyway, when this guy or another non-token creature you control dice, create that 1/1 rat with this creature can block, and one black target attacking rat you control gains Death Touch. I think Rat Tribal got a lot of support here. So you've got this art by Wayne Reynolds, Discerning Financier, in the uncommon. We've got our rare, which is Elusive Order. 3 uncommons, pretty typical draft pack. And the next one should be an Enchanting Tales. Each one of these packs comes with a reprint from an Enchanting Tales sheet. But let's go through Elusive Order. It is a blue-green Simic. For sorcery, it's an X spell. You can distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control at sorcery speed. You can cast him for 1 as well. It's got a 1/1 prowess. Creatures with power less than Elusive Order can't block it. So you can attack first and then you can't be blocked, trigger prowess and pump it. So we've got Elusive Otter, and then we've got Raid Bombardment. So this is a series of reprints, much needed. It's very similar to Strixhaven's Mystical Archive. It's a way for wizards to seed more of these reprints into the system. Some of the better ones are things like Ristic Study, Necropotence, Doubling Season, Parallel Lives, Greater Oromancy, and so on and so forth. They come in foil, non-foil. There's an anime version, and there's a foil anime and confetti foil anime, which you can only, confetti foil, you can only get in collector's booster packs, which I'm not cracking. There's not, the value is okay in this set, but without the sheet, I think it'd be really bad. So you got full art land here. Yeah, so, and a token card. Put that aside. I'll speed up a little bit now that I've gone through the contents of one of these packs. So of course with pre-release you crack open 6 and you can build a deck, 40 card deck. Alright, I'll kind of go through all this pretty quickly. I won't spend too much time on the commons unless I see something really special. I haven't really kept up with the set, so these things are kind of fun and they will surprise me as much as they surprise you, hopefully. Haven't had time to play online, so yeah. Anyway, if you got any recommendations on what I should be looking out for this set, please let me know. I do know some of the money cards includes Beseech, one of the Beseech the Mirror or something. Anyway, Collector's Vault. This is nice. It's 2 mana. You can draw a card and then discard a card. You can loot and then create a treasure token. Quite decent. Howling Galefang, and then our rare is Charming Scoundrel. A red, aggro red. Has decent support. This is 1/1 for 1 and a red. When it ETBs, choose 1, discard a card, then draw a card. So you can rummage, or you can create a treasure token or create a wicked token attached to target creature you control. We'll see what a wicked token is if I see a card. Oh, this is nice. Huh. Okay, alright, I revealed that. We've got Vampiric Rites. This is quite playable. And then you've got the full art. This is quite rare to hit an extended full art rare. I've got the Restless Spire version of my pre-release card. I don't think it's worth very much, but hey, it's always nice to hit something a little bit extra on top of a common. So nice, this is good. Something's telling me to play, is it? Really cool. Anyway, yeah, that was sick bonus. Let's see if I can get a full art foil version of one of the Enchanting Tales card. We've got cute little Aquatic Alchemist. Now, the great ones are something like Bone Crusher Giant. If you remember that one, that was really powerful. Prophetic Prism to fix your mana. I think 3 color decks are not uncommon here. There's dual lands, and I think there should be treasure tokens for fixing. Anyway, let's keep going. We've got Twisted Fealty. This is one of those effects that take your enemy's creatures away from them for a turn. Puny Snack. This is really cute. Super thematic. This guy's picking his teeth. There's a sword that he ate from humans, or maybe gingerbread. He's got a string of gingerbread heads strapped to his body. Anyway, continuing on, you can pay 2 and a black to give a target creature -2/-2 to end of turn, and then you can cast him for 5 mana. This is a nice curve early on. You can play it for removal later. When you have more mana, you can cast it for a 5/5 when ETBs creates a food token, so you can gain some life to stabilize a little bit. Graceful Takedown. It's a sort of a fight spell. We've got a rare, haven't got a mythic yet. So this is blue-black. I think I opened this in one of set booster packs. This is decent. It's a 1/1 flying, and you can tap, draw a card, discard a card. You can loot. Great in limited. If you have too many lands, you can get rid of them. And you can copy a target creature in your graveyard with mana value X if set is flying. So if you got something big in your yard that died, you can just make a copy of it. Okay, we've got Dragon Mantle, enchantment. You can play these in your pre-release decks if you want to. Anyway, okay, this is one of the token cards. You've got Monster and Sorcerer. This reminds me of the old, the predates the flip spells where you had, I think Soratami and some of those legendary creatures that you could cast it on this side or this side. Anyway, this happens. This is like an enchantment card. You can kind of put it with your creature like that, and it tells you this guy. Oh wait, it's not a creature. Let's say this Gingerbread Hunter. It's got a monster roll attached to it. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 trample. So it's a 6/8 trampler. Or if you put this one, it's a sorcerer. Enchanted as a sorcerer when this enchanted creature is +1/+1 when it attacks, scry 1. So a little bit of value, and there are some cards that let you sacrifice enchantments for some value. Bargain, it's called. There's a new keyword. So if you cast something with a bargain cost, you usually get a little bit of a bonus. So Spell Stutter, let's see if I can find a bargain card. This is nice. This is good in Fairies deck. It's sort of like a mana leak for Fairies. It's slightly weaker than mana leak, but better if you've got a lot of Fairies on board. Besotted Knight, let's see if you've got bargain. Shatter the Oath. Reach, no, flying. Fairies is a thing. I will open the commander decks when I receive them. They've been delayed, and there is blue-black fairies and green-white enchantments. Let's see. So here's a not bargain, but you can pay 2 and a white, sacrifice 2 enchantments to return this from your graveyard to your hand. So these roll tokens are great to be sacrificed at 5 mana, 4/4. This is Sarah Angel improved. That's power creep for you. Anyways, you've got Ash, the Party Crasher. Haste, Celebration is a keyword here. When Ash, Party Crasher attacks with 2 or more non-land permanents and ETBs under your control this turn, put a +1 counter on him. So if you make, if you cast a creature that gives you an enchanted roll, he gets +1/+1 counter on it. Pretty good. Strong in Boros. You got Agatha, the Vile Cauldron. It's 2 mana. Red-green Drool, 1/1. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate, where X is Agatha the Vile Cauldron's power. This effect can't reduce the mana. It's essentially like a Training Grounds type effect. I think this is a really strong card in tribal decks that want to abuse activated abilities with mana cost, like things like Slivers, Sliver Queen, and so on and so forth. And it's got a secondary ability. It's 4 red and green. Other creatures you control gets +1/+1, gain trample and haste until the end of turn. Oops, sorry, I knocked my camera there. Oh, we've got a rare. That's nice to hit a rare. It's not Ristic Study, but Blood Moon. So it's a mythic. This is my first mythic. I don't think Blood Moon is a mythic. I don't know why I called it mythic. It was always ever at rare. Anyway, Blood Moon, non-basic lands are mountains, always nice. And you got a human token here. Cute. You make 1/1 humans. There's a little bit of a kiddie kind of fairy tale, charming children's book art theme going on. So far, this has been pretty decent. I like the Blood Moon. It's not worth very much, but if you're looking for things like Leyline of the Void, Ristic Studies, prices have come down quite a bit. So I would recommend buying them right now if you're looking for something. As people are opening this, prices just drop. Great to get staples for your deck. Anyway, this is good. Red removal. And these things are back. Your Enchantment Saga cards. These things, you know how they work. You cast them, and then at the after you draw step, you add a counter, and then you keep adding it. When the third one's there, you sacrifice it. Soul Guide Lantern. That's a nice piece of Graveyard Hate. Great art by Iris Compit. When he ETBs exile card from graveyard, this is good to stop recursion. Very playable in Eternal formats. It's an uncommon. And then you got Tempest Heart. I still haven't seen a bargain card. Let's see if I can get a mythic. Got a rare still. It's a manland. I've got 3 manlands in this pack. So you got Restless Cottage. This is pretty playable in standard. 2 black green. It becomes a 4/4 Black and green horror until end of turn is still land. When it attacks, create a food token and exile up to one target card from a graveyard. Really strong card. Oh, I got another rare here. Primal Vigor. This is sweet. Got 2 rares here. That's mythic. This is a rare. Primal Vigor 4 and a green. If 1 or more tokens you would be created, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. Great for I guess green white tokens go white kind of deck. 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on creature. That many +1/+1 counters are put in that creature instead. Twice that many, sorry. And I've got a 3rd rare. What the hell? This is sick. It's a copy enchantment. This is great art by Abigail Larson. I'm still kind of crazy. This is a 3 rare pack. This is a nice one. This would have been a really strong pre-release pack. Anyway, copy enchantment, you can have it. ETB is a copy of any enchantment or field. Great to copy your Ristic Studies and Mystic Remoras. And then you've got the Royal Roll and the Young Hero Roll. Damn, this is nice. All right, it's not quite Ristic Study, but I'll take it. Got one more pack before I break and I come back and watch my opening. Also, if you haven't watched my opening for this Wilds of Eldraine Beetle and Grim token set, really cute, please watch it. Okay, last pack, lucky last. Maybe I can see what bargain looks like. Keep getting spell starters. I think it's wanting me to play that. Evolving Wilds at common, great for mana fixing. Merry Bards. This is how you create tokens. For example, when Merry Bards ETBs, you may pay 1. When you do create a Young Hero Roll token attached to target creature you control. Really cute. So 3 mana, 3/2. If you pay 4, you get a Young Hero. You can attach it to itself. As you can see here, Young Hero. Whenever it attacks, if its toughness is 3 or less, put +1/+1 counter on it. So you can kind of make your smaller creatures a little bit more powerful. Anyway, that's uncommon. This adds rolls, this celebration, you've seen that. Good enchantment. This makes treasure tokens, and then you can exile and get your opponent's library. Top 3 cards, you can play those cards this turn. Good uncommon is Iris Compet again. Mill, Fairy, Flying, Vigilance. Lots of stuff going on in this one. Got uncommon, Medea's Recruiter, and Mythic. Oh, this is super thematic. This is one of the chase cards as well. Check this out. I got Agatha of the Val Cauldron and Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Really nice. So this one is a 2 mana artifact and mythic. You may spend mana as though it were mana abilities of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. So if you've got a deck that wants to activate lots of abilities of creatures, this pretty much makes all your mana sort of gold mana, I guess. Any mana of any type. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them. If all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with this. And what do they mean? Because you can tap, you can exile target creature from a graveyard, any graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So this is really good. You eat your opponent's graveyard or your own if you need to. Add counters on creatures and and then it gains the activated abilities of all creatures exiled with the Soul Cauldron. Couldn't ask for another rare, could I? But anyway, this is a Season of Growth. And we've got a full art, Fairy Tale Land, and a Nightmare token. So there you have it. An opening for the Wilds of Eldraine. I didn't get Beseeched Mirror, but I did get one of the money cards. We didn't see any Planeswalkers, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rares, 11 rares for 12 packs. That's crazy. This is going to be nothing super bomby or anything that breaks the that's like a big bomb or anything, but decent cards. I'd love to build this pool and take part in pre-release, but I guess you can't win it all. I'm going to open this one to see what is the other card in there. There we go. Got Restless Spy. We've got more token cards here. I guess if you don't pull a token card, you got the 4 rolls or 6 rolls, and then you can have that adventure card to indicate when something is in exile on the adventure. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this fun little pre-release opening. If you haven't caught my other videos, please do catch them. And once again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate the thumbs up, comments, feedback, shares, likes, subscribe. Please help me out so I can continue to keep opening this and talking shit with you on my stream. Thank you. Makes life more fun. All right, take care, guys. Good luck this weekend. Bye.